I think she likes you.
Oops!
Top 10 movies that merge 2D animation and live-action cinema. What happens when real characters meet cartoons? A great entertainer is what happens, and it has been made possible with a merger of 2D animation with live action. It all started with the booming popularity of animated movies from the early days of Hollywood. The popularity soon translated into several animated movies being made that managed to strike a chord with the audiences. Soon, the idea emerged that one could put together the best of both worlds. 2D animation, that is basically hand-drawn animation, was fused with live action, and the end result was fascinating. Here, we have put together some of these iconic attempts in this hybrid genre. Currently, movies such as those from the Marvel franchise use 3D modern graphics. However, it must be noted that we are only concerning ourselves with the traditional merger of 2D animation and live action. So sit tight and relive some of the exemplars of this genre in this video. Cool World, 1992. When Ralph Bakshi is in charge of an animated fantasy movie, the end result is not less than a masterpiece. Cool World is no exception, and this beautiful movie has mesmerized the audiences with its rich story. The plot traces the attempts of a femme fatale comic strip vamp who is looking to seduce her creator so that it allows her entry into the real world. But the two worlds must not intertwine. The movie stars Brad Pitt, and he delivers a brilliant performance, along with Kim Basinger, who plays the animated character of Holly Wood. The plot is imaginative and has elements of drama, action, and romance that make it a thorough entertainer. The music is catchy and lifts the mood of the movie. The characters lack depth, but that is masked with the quality of animation in the movie. The interesting plot never lets you leave your seats.
What do you think you're doing, chump?
Who you calling a chump, chimp?
Who Framed Roger Rabbit, 1988. The setup in the movie is such that cartoons interact with real people besides acting in theatrical cartoon shorts. A detective is assigned to a case where the wife of a famous star, Roger Rabbit, is believed to be cheating on him. She is believed to be involved with a businessman, but things take a turn when the businessman is murdered. All suspicions point to Roger Rabbit as the murderer. But did he really commit the crime, or is he just being framed? The movie is unique, and you will not find such content anywhere else. Besides the gutsy plot, the movie is thoroughly entertaining with a lot of drama and comedy. Bob Hoskins does an amazing job in the role of a tune-hating detective hired for the case. Christopher Lloyd's performance also deserves praise, and the cast ensures that acting is one of the strengths of this movie. This is a fast-paced, witty, and suspense-filled movie that could put a smile on anyone's face.
You want osmosis? You got osmosis.
Osmosis Jones, 2001. Osmosis Jones is about the creative plot that prompts you to think. The story circles around a man named Frank, who is a glutton, and when he consumes a germ-ridden egg, the following events take place inside his body. The city of Frank, where there is everything from TV stations to traffic jams. Osmosis Jones is a white blood cell who tries to maintain peace and order in the town. You could say that this movie is an imaginative take on the process by which the body fights virus infections. Narrated as a satire with elements from the real society, the movie is exactly what it intends to be, a fun-filled experience. The Farrelly brothers handle the direction with expertise. The depth of the characters is surprisingly interesting for such a light-hearted movie. Voice acting by Chris Rock is unbelievably good, and Bill Murray delivers as always. If you are game for an entertaining movie with moments of fun and great music, Osmosis Jones is the one to opt for. Heavy Traffic, 1973. Once again, Ralph Bakshi is in charge of things, and yet again he delivers with a beautiful movie called Heavy Traffic. The comedy drama is believed to be a semi-autobiographical account. It narrates the struggles of a cartoonist where he has a hard time to create his comics from the harsh world. When he pitches a story to a movie mogul, his idea is believed to be outrageous. He is looked down by everyone, and nothing is going his way. But will things change for the better? Heavy Traffic can be viewed as the ideal satire. It is funny and makes a point without preaching. The director does not shy away from showing the extreme in the ordinary. The sequence of events may be twisted and bizarre, but few have explored the surreal fantasies as well as Ralph Bakshi. The creative story with captivating soundtrack makes for a pleasant viewing experience. As long as you are not offended by nudity in cartoons, this movie would prove to be a great watch for you. Pete's Dragon, 1977. Disney tales have the habit of leaving a feel-good sensation in the viewers, and Pete's Dragon does just that. The story concerns an orphaned young boy named Pete who has a magical dragon friend. This dragon called Elliot helps Pete as he tries to escape from his abusive foster parents. As the dragon tries to help, there is chaos in the main fishing village. There is also an evil Dr. Terminus who aims to exploit the dragon. Can the dragon eventually succeed in helping Pete to go and live with Nora in the lighthouse? Jim Dale puts up a great show as the evil Dr. Terminus. He is ably supported by some great acting from Helen Reddy, Sean Marshall, and Mickey Rooney. The movie is amusing with a great combination of adventure and drama. The endearing story has a great mixture of animation and live action that makes this an enjoyable watch. The well-written songs make this ranked among the best musicals ever. The story drives home a great message, and with all the entertainment it provides, the movie is a must-watch for all. James and the Giant Peach, 1996. Now, this is kind of a cheat in the list. It's not traditional 2D animation, but it is mostly fantastic stop-motion animation. We wanted to put this in our list because it doesn't get the love it deserves. When a young boy is orphaned, he has no choice but to live with two horrible aunts. One day he saves the life of a spider, and with the help of boiled magical crocodile tongues, an enormous peach grows in his garden. The lonely orphan now has friends such as a centipede and a ladybug. Together they start on their journey to reach New York. Their exciting adventure makes for a beautifully constructed movie. The movie does justice to Roald Dahl's classic from which it is adapted. The exceptional stop-motion animation work in this film is out of the world and makes this movie an amazing experience. The movie takes you on an emotional ride, a ride that you are going to thoroughly enjoy. The use of beautiful colors, the effects, the design adds to the glory of this fun-filled movie. This film has a surreal feel to it, which is further boosted with the musical score. Coonskin, 1975. A simple story has been narrated in the form of a multi-layered satire that depicts the race relations in the United States. The plot centers around Rabbit, who takes over the crime world in Harlem. He is opposed by the corrupt police, the mafia, and the worst of all the conventional racism that is prevalent. How he manages to take control of the crime racket despite the opposition and difficulties makes the story entertaining. Coonskin is not for you if you are easily offended. It is one of those outrageous Ralph Bakshi classics that court some controversies. You will be witness to some of the most chilling animated sequences that you would ever see. The characters are crude, and some might say the scenes are unacceptable, but it does play with the harsh reality of the society. The voice actors are spectacular, with Barry White, Philip Michael Thomas, and others bringing life to the characters. Do not miss out on such an engaging movie.
So did you miss me?
Looney Tunes Back in Action, 2003. This movie has the goofy characteristics of the Looney Tunes characters packed into an interesting story. Daffy Duck is tired of given lesser attention than Bugs Bunny. He quits being a sidekick and joins a fired stuntman, DJ. Together they have a mission: to find DJ's father and retrieve the missing blue diamond. Are you willing to be a part of their adventure? If yes, we can promise an entertaining journey. The cast pulls off a great performance with the likes of Jenna Elfman, Steve Martin, and Fraser putting on a display of amazing acting skills. Even the voice actors step in to do a brilliant job. The movie has everything from satirical jabs to Hollywood to the frantic nature of cartoons. Some of the dialogues take on the harsh and unfair criticism meted out to the world of cartoons. This is a must-watch if you are looking for a terrific movie that's laced with timely tongue-in-cheek humor delivered by our favorite cartoon characters. The Congress, 2013. The protagonist, played by Robin Wright, is an actress whose career is on the verge of collapse. Without work, she takes up a last job, but she did not consider the effects of her decision. She has to bear the burns of the consequences, and how she does so forms the storyline. The first half deals with the apocalyptic state of cinema, where the second half is more of an animated imagery world. The Congress boasts of a cast of talented actors, and the likes of Robin Wright, Sammy Gale, and Harvey Keitel do not disappoint. The soundtrack in this movie, composed by Bob Dylan, is heaven for our ears. The animation of the movie is deliberately handmade. The storyline is gripping with a metaphorical take on the new trends around us. There is a fine line between illusion and choice, which the movie explores to perfection. In short, it is a masterpiece that you should give a try. The Phantom Tollbooth, 1970. The story for the Phantom Tollbooth is kiddish, but packs quite a punch. The journey of adventure begins when a young boy named Milo drives into a toll booth in his room. He was bored with his daily life, and when he finds a strange toll booth in his room one day, he cannot stop himself from driving through it in his toy car. However, he emerges in a different world, a world of adventures. The animation in this Chuck Jones directed movie is terrific. The story has your attention throughout the course of the movie, while you barely notice the glaring illogical turn of events. The clever adventure that awaits you will leave you awestruck with the rich content. The psychedelic artwork deserves a special mention and elevates the mood of this movie. There is a somewhat twisted sense of humor that could appeal to a certain section of the audience. Overall, you have in your hand a great entertainer that will ensure a great time if you choose to enjoy this classic.
What's up, Doc? Yeah! Nope, never heard of him.
Space Jam, 1996. Imagine the basketball legend Michael Jordan helping out the Looney Tunes for a match. As fascinating as that sounds, that is pretty much the premise of Space Jam. The Looney Tunes can earn their freedom only if they win a basketball match, and they need help from a professional. Who better to help them out than a retired legend of the game? The storyline is deep yet funny, and it is no surprise that this movie was a raging hit amongst the kids. The animation is impressive considering the fact that the movie was made in the 90s. Your viewing experience is enhanced with some memorable characters, and of course, Michael Jordan in action. The movie cannot be missed, especially if you are a basketball fan. Even if you are not, the presence of characters like Daffy Duck and Bugs Bunny is sure to induce a few laughs. The rich storyline together with the entertaining narrative makes this movie a great success.